Series winner or the worst team. This time, make it great teams of the 50s, 60s, and 70s tournament. It's going to be a one-loss elimination. It has to be, basically, if I want to do it with inside the game format. One thing I noticed about strategy games is that they don't really offer you a very good tournament format. I know Out of the Park offers one, but you have to create a league first, and I tried it a couple of times, and you just keep going around in a circle. It doesn't seem to it doesn't seem to be very user friendly. And also, they don't offer the double loss elimination. They do have the most the best choice of all the other games as far as the format, because they have a round robin and the NCAA thing and all that, but they don't have a double loss elimination. That's my favorite format. And Pure Sim doesn't seem to have any kind of a tournament format at all. In fact, that league, I like the game, but you don't have a lot of flexibility there unless you want to use fictional players. But of course, I just got that game, so maybe there's a mod or something you can get. I have to look into that. And strat-o-matic only allows for either a 7-game series or a single loss elimination. So what I decided to do was take all of the teams that did not win the World Series. They could have been in it, but they couldn't win it. Or maybe a team that just had a great season and didn't make the series. So I'm going to take it from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And some seasons I don't have. I just found out that you can purchase single teams, but it's limited as to what you can get on Strat-o-matic's website. For example, I cannot buy any teams from the 1964 season. And I'm kind of embarrassed about the whole 60s thing with as far as who won the 60. I thought that at first I thought the Twins won the 65 series, but the Dodgers did. And I remembered that, so I thought, well, the Twins must have won the 66 series. No, the Baltimore Orioles did. So it has got to be the 1964 World Series. And this time I'm looking it up because it's the only series I can think of, year that I can think of, that they could have won it, because I know the Dodgers won it in 63. No. I thought for sure the Minnesota Twins won the World Championship in the 60s. They didn't. So in 61, the Yankees won it, right? So they won it in 61 over the Reds. So the Reds will be in the tournament. The 62 Giants will be in the tournament. They won it in 62. In 63, the Dodgers beat the Yankees. They swept them. In 64, the Cardinals beat the Yankees. Oh, that's right. The 64 Cardinals. So the Twins did not win the World Series. I thought at one time the Dodgers and the Twins played in a series and the Twins swept the Dodgers, but I am wrong. Okay, it was the Orioles. Okay, it was the Orioles that swept the Dodgers. All right, well, that's a new one. I knew the Orioles won the World Series in '66, but I didn't know that they swept the Dodgers. I thought that was the Twins. So all this time I thought the Twins won the series, and they did not. They were only in it once and they lost. 67 Red Sox, I'm going to have to buy them. I don't have them. And the 68 Cardinals, and then the 69 Orioles. And then at 70, the Reds lost. Okay, I remember that series. And 71 was the Pirates, right? Yep, they beat the Orioles 4-3. So the 71 Orioles will be in it, and the Cincinnati Reds lost to the Athletics in 72. 73 of the A's, and then 74 of the A's. 75 was the Reds, and then the Reds won it again in 76, right? Yep. And then in 77, the Yankees won it. 78, I want to say the Yankees won it again. See, yep. And at 79 was the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's see. Yeah, and then 80. Who won it in 80? Dodgers won it in 81. Who won it in 1980? That's a good one. I'm trying to remember the 80 World Series. I'm drawing a giant... Oh, the Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies with Tug McGraw. And Steve Carlton. Pete Rose. Okay, in 81, it was the Dodgers. I'll go all the way up to 84. 83 was the Baltimore Orioles. No. Well, that's 82, the Cardinals, yeah. That was that Joaquin Andujar was great in that series. In 83 was the Orioles. Yes. And then 84 was the Tigers. 85 was the Royals. Okay. 86 was the Mets. Who won it in 87? I'm trying to... That's 85. 86 was the New York Mets, and that was the Bill Buckner year. 87. Thinking. 1987. I'm drawing a giant blank for 87. 88 was the Dodgers. Wow. I can't remember who won it in 87. I'm going to look. I can't remember for the life of me. That's the year the Twins won the World Series. And I knew they won it. Yeah, I remember they beat the Tigers in the playoffs that year. 87. So they won it in 87 and 91 then, right? 88 was the Dodgers. Let's see. Yep, and then 89 was the A's. And then 90 was the Reds. I got the rest of them. Okay. Alright. Well, anyways, I'm going to be doing a tournament. God, all this time I thought the Twins won the World Series in the 60s, and they didn't. Huh. Oh well. Now I know. Okay, so there might be a couple of teams I don't have, but I found out on Strat-o-matic you can buy single seasons as long as it's just for PC. So I'm gonna do that. However, or single teams, but you can buy the season 64 because they don't offer any. Sorry, they don't offer any teams from 1964. So I'm gonna have to buy the 64 if I want to use a team from that year. But I'm gonna be getting started real soon here. I have to finish picking the rest of my teams. So far, I have 69 Baltimore, because they lost to the Mets. I have 68 St. Louis. They lost to the Tigers. 70 Cincinnati. They lost to Baltimore. 65 Minnesota lost to the Dodgers. 66 the Dodgers lost. 61 the Reds lost to the Yankees. Or the Orioles beat the Dodgers in 66. And 60 oh, this is, yeah, I have an old-timer 60s thing. I got the 61 Tigers. I gotta have one Tiger team in there. 56 Brooklyn. They lost in the 56 series. And then I'm just gonna fill the rest of it with either World Series losers or teams that didn't even make the World Series. So if you have any ideas as to a team from the 50s, 60s, or 70s that was really good, or that you would like to see in the tournament, please let me know relatively soon by leaving a comment, and I'll make sure that team gets put in the tournament. So I just wanted to broadcast that message out and let you guys know. And yeah, very shortly here I'll get started with the first game. Just going to call it the Great Teams Tourney. And I got myself a nice little I made a little thing for it. You'll see it. But anyways, leave a comment if you want a certain team in it. I'm going to be making it and coming back within like probably a half an hour and starting the tournament with the first game. Okay, I just wanted to make this video real quick and stream it out there and let anybody know that might be paying attention. Okay, that's it. I'll be back. Thanks. See you later. Leave a comment, or I'll have to just go by what I think. Take care.